Hi guys, welcome to this video. Today we will show you how to create LinkedIn content generator. This automation can make you a lot of LinkedIn posts and basically in autopilot, and can actually do pretty good LinkedIn posts because it's based on examples that we give that are viral. So I will explain you a little bit through everything that you need to know. I'll go one by one so you can check it. But first of all, below this video or above, we will have all the resources that you need. You have a link for this exact automation. So the only thing you need to do is like when you create a new automation on Make. And again, if you don't know how to navigate on Make, feel free to send us some comments below. I'll put it on the community. We will have more videos just with the basics, like how to create a scenario, how this goes, so you can actually know how to navigate here on Make. But basically, you can just create a new scenario, and then when you like, it'll be like nothing here for you. And when you click these three little dots, you can actually import a blueprint and put the file that we have here on the resources, which is the JSON file. When you click save, automatically we'll import all of this for you, so you don't have to create anything right from the scratch. So just pick up the file, put it here, it will import for you. Okay, so this is like a two-step automations. The first, basically, the first one is to generate the post all the way to the spreadsheet. This is like our spreadsheet. I will explain in a minute everything that you need in here. The source, the title, the content. You can even edit the content here before it gets live, and you need to approve it in order to go to LinkedIn. But basically, this is like step number one, which is this one, and step number two is the second part of the scenario, which is basically you watch every single row in a specific interval that you can make. It can be like 5 minutes in interval, 15 one time, once a day, for example. And then what happens is that when he saw some row that is actually approved, it will then pass to LinkedIn and change also the status to publish. So that specific row or that specific content was published, and you don't publish again on LinkedIn. Okay, so that's kind of like part two. But again, let's go slowly. Let's go every single one by one. First of all, I just want to show you first like the overall picture. So basically, what we want is that we all start with a form. Okay, so in that form, I will show you. Have a link on the resources as well. But basically, this is the form. And you can choose two things. You can choose to give a topic or a URL source, like a blog post, for example. And basically what it happens is that if it's a topic, it will go on in here. So it will see this is a router, so it can actually filter. So if it's a topic, it will go on the top and it will create like a LinkedIn from the topic that you gave to the form. If you give an URL, it will read and research about the URL and give a LinkedIn post about that blog post. That blog post, okay? You can also do both. So on the form, you can just choose one, or you can choose both. Will be in this case, will be two content, I will say, on the spreadsheet, right? But you can choose topic, URL, or you can put both to create two contents in a row. Okay. So basically, what happens is that you fill out the form. When you fill out the form, what happens is that it will start with Perplexity AI. Basically, this module again, I will open one by one for you to see it. But Perplexity AI basically does research. It's like ChatGPT, but it can access internet. It can do some research. So it's not to create content, but it's really good for deep research. And we want that, okay? Because we want really good content. We want really good LinkedIn posts. In this case, we will have other modules like for Twitter. Twitter thread is actually the same kind of process. So we always have a research on the top. I will show you how to put and I'll show you Perplexity in a second, but basically does a research first, then creates the LinkedIn post based on an assistant. So basically what happens is that instead of just saying to ChatGPT, I want a LinkedIn post, and it creates a LinkedIn, we actually have an assistant. So basically we create our own agent, ChatGPT, with our instructions. So basically I will show you that we actually gave instruction like how to make the content, like what is the hook, like CTAs, how to structure everything. And we also gave examples of viral posts. So basically, when he creates, he has in consideration the examples, the hooks, the CTAs. So he creates something that technically is mimicking the viral posts that the big influencers are doing on LinkedIn. So that's why it's really really powerful, because you just don't create a LinkedIn post out of the blue. You actually have instructions to make it really really good, right? Then we create a title. This simple here is just to a little bit trick that I'll show you, which is just to remove quotes. Sometimes ChatGPT gives quotes for no reason, special for short like titles. And this is just a single step to remove those quotes. Then it generates an image, so an image for your social media, in this case for LinkedIn. And I will show you how you can change sizes as well, depending on what you want. And then it sends everything to the spreadsheet, right? And as you can see here, there's some examples. You'll have that spreadsheet in the resources as well. So feel free to make a copy of the spreadsheet so you can use it on your own. And as you can see here below, I don't know if you can see it, but you have LinkedIn, Twitter, and Twitter thread. Like you can actually use the same spreadsheet. You don't have to create one spreadsheet for each. So we will use always this spreadsheet for all the videos for like Twitter, Twitter threads, Facebook, Instagram. I will add all of them there because you can choose which tab you want to use it. So instead of having jumping around, if you want to create like you are on your content tower and you create LinkedIn, Twitter, you don't need to jump around spreadsheets. You can do that on the same one. You just change tabs. As you can see here, it goes to Twitter, goes to LinkedIn, and so on. But right now we are on LinkedIn, so let's continue. And then, as I said, it automatically give create status. You can read it. You can open up the title. You can read it. You can open up even the image, for example. Okay. And basically, as you can see here, this is just a kind of a square image. For LinkedIn, you can actually change the size. I'll show you how. But when you see everything is fine, again, you can, that's really powerful because you can edit. I can just maybe, I don't like this. I can just have one, for example. And basically, when you change approved is when the second part of the automation starts, right? Is where actually gets published on LinkedIn, and then automatically we'll change this to publish. So when you come here and you have like 50 or 100 posts, you know which ones are published. Maybe when I go back, use another like a old one that you just want to refresh it, but you can see which ones are published, and the automation will not publish again the same content. That's why it's important to change the status after approved, because if you keep on approved, when automation reads again, it will doubling it will double the publication, right? So that's kind of the overall. Let's go one by one. Okay, that's kind of the cool fact. Again, let me show you the resources. So first of all, we have our assistant, which is this GPT LinkedIn agent. It has all the information, guys, has examples of viral posts, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to copy paste these basically right from here. You change your industry. That's the only thing you need to change. If you want to be an expert, like we like to put like expert in artificial intelligence, expert in productivity, expert in marketing, but you can just have act as informed LinkedIn expert. You don't need to have this part. If you wanted to create a lot of content from different subjects, you don't need to have this part, but if you add these, it will be even better, right? Then have a lot of information, a lot of context, and a lot of example, right? Like we have a lot, as you guys can see here. So you just need to copy paste all of these to the assistant. I will show you how to create the assistant here. You just have to put all the information in here, and then we will use this assistant to create the content. So basically the resources are the spreadsheet, you have the Google Doc, you have the form that I will show you here how to create. It's really simple. Just have to go to Google Forms. It's free. You create a Google form. You can even search on YouTube how to do it. And that's pretty much it. Okay. So let's start with the first phase. Okay. So first phase is really simple. So Google form. Okay. So you have in here, you have to connect your account. Okay. So just click here, add. It will ask you to log into Google. You just log into your Google where you have the Google Forms. And then basically what you can do is like you can click here on search. You already have the ID, but if you click on search, it will ask you for the document title. So if you just need to come here, copy this, copy paste, and then you just copy paste in here and click OK. I will not put it because it's the same ID, but if you click OK, it will just fetch the ID of the form. And then here, this is important. Just put the limit to 1, okay? Because you just need one form at a time. You can put like 2 or 3. Basically, what happens is that if you just put like to run this automation one time a day and you do like 3 forms during the day, you can put like 3 and it will fetch the 3 forms and you will start making a lot of content, right? But from us, it's better to have a smaller interval, like 1 hour in between to always check the form, or like 15 minutes apart, and just have one. So we can create it. It doesn't have, if you put too much, sometimes ChatGPT can crash, because of the APIs and so on. So always leave one. So Google Form 1, watch responses. Here you just, if you click on the little clock, you can put the intervals, 15 minutes, 1 hour. So this is the time what the automation will check if there is a new form, right? So you can have 15. That's pretty good. You can put 1 hour if you want. This is in minutes, so you have to put 60 minutes if you want in here, or you can even change, as you can see, every day, days of the week for the one time on Monday. But I like to always have intervals. If you, depending on what you want to create content, like if you just create on Mondays, you maybe can just say like specific day, like the specific day of the week, and change to Monday. Okay, but let's stay at regular intervals of 15. Okay, then you add a router. As I said, this router basically what it does, like it starts, you can have multiple choices. This is good if you use filters as we did here for topics and for URLs. Okay, and if I open the filter, as you can see here, it basically what it says is that if the condition, so if the value of the topic answer exists, so if it exists a topic, you will continue. If it doesn't exist a copy, it will not continue. So only continue if a topic exists, and in this one here, only continues if and like a blog post URL or URL exists, right? Like if I run, let's run this really quickly. I'm choosing manually because I already made some tests, so I will try. Let's try this one, for example, and then you click run this module. And as you can see on this second approach that I did, I just choose one. So as you can see, I just put one URL. I didn't put the topic. So as you can see, it only fetched the URL, right? So basically, if I run the entire automation, it only will start this one because I have no topic. But we will make one at the end for you guys to see it. Okay. So basically, after the form, you need to put the, as I said, right now it doesn't appear anything because this form doesn't have anything, but this is the value. Again, when you click it, you can choose, right? So if I go, so you have to go here, copy, and as you can see, there is nothing. So the best way to always start is to start with a form with everything. So when you create the form, so the first step is create the form on Google Form. Okay, so you create one, you make LinkedIn generator, and you create just two longer tests. This can be shorter because it's just an URL. So you create one, you create two. Okay, and then what you will do is that you can click on preview, and let's make one. Okay, so let's do, I don't know, like a topic, for example. Let's see, SEO. And in the URL, I have a URL here, for example. So best AI writing from, this is a blog post from Zapier. Let's put it in here and let's submit. Okay, so always do this: submit a dummy example and submit both. Okay, so you can read the data, right? So now if I go here and I click choose where to start, I choose manually, you'll see that there is another here at 2 p.m. okay, my time. So the only thing you need to do is like you always need to choose the one before, right? Because if you choose this one, Google Form you will wait for a new one because there's nothing else new. So if you choose this one, it will start on this one and there is a new one. Okay, so always pick up the one previously that you made. If you just have one, for example, just have one test, you can just do all. And you just have one test, it will run the only test you have. If I run all, it will run me the 3 tests that I made. Okay, so I'll choose specifically in this case, and you can see I'll put it here, this one, because it will fetch the new one. I click OK, and then we'll run this module. Okay, so now as you can see, it has the answers here, and as a topic, answer one, value SEO. And if I open the URL, you also have the URL. Okay, so we have both values, so we want to create both. Okay, and this is good to start, so make and learn about what the, everything, like all the steps. Okay, so let's close. Then you have the router. The filters will apply both because we have a topic and you have a URL. And again, the URL, just for you to show you, basically what you do is you can click for URL, you can click no, and then when you click the value, you just have to go, for in this case, the URL, you have to go here, open, and click on value. Always have to be value. It cannot be the URL only. It can have to be the value. On the topic above, you will go topic, answer, and click this value. Okay, as you can see, that's the value here. And then you will click here and you click exist. Okay, so you have to exist. So blog posts have to exist. Okay, and topic has to exist as well. Okay, so let's go to Perplexity. So Perplexity, you always need an account as well for Perplexity. You can go to perplexity.ai, create an account, it's free, okay? And now let me just go all the way down. So this is like Perplexity, you just create an account on your Google, and then what you need in this case, you need to add some credits. It's really, really cheap, guys. You can put like $5 if you want. We put 10, and you still have a lot of on a lot of like usage and a lot of credits to use. The only thing you need to do is go to this little definition here on the bottom, and then just go to API, and then buy credits, and you just put your card. You can put $10, and then that's it. Okay, pretty simple. Then you basically what you do is like you generate an API key here. You click here, generate an API, and you can put the API when you connect to Make. Okay, so when you go here and you choose the module, you will look, and you already have the module there, so you don't have to look for it, but it is one here, Perplexity AI. So you click on this module, it will appear connect for you. We already have connected our account, but you connect and it'll ask you like, what is the API key? Is this one. Okay, you just create one. That's it. You put the API key there. Okay, so that's the thing. Then what happened, like on the modules, choose Sonar if he's not there. So Sonar Medium only, that's the best one so far. Again, they are always improving, but you choose Sonar Medium. Then you have two methods, right? The first item is act as a research analyst. You can write this. I have to write it. Okay, so write act as a research analyst and choose system. Again, if not already there, and then you just write, I want to make some content. Please do deep research about the topic, and then here is the topic, or basically the URL. So if you click here, you need to go all the way to topic, text answer, and click on value. Okay, so in this case we are on the top automation, so you choose the value of the topic because we want to create a topic. And this is a user role. Okay, so user, not an assistant, is a user because Perplexity we don't have an assistant yet. So system, basically we're telling what is the job title. It's like as a research analysis, and then what we want is just to make a deep research on the topic that we made on the form. Okay, here you don't need to touch it. You can change the temperature if you want, like from 0 to 1. In this case, kind of like 0 to 2 right now. But basically, what happens, like the nearest to 2, the more inventive it is, right? It's more creative. If it's near to 0, it's more like straightforward and restrict. So if you really want more to be more restrict, you can put like 0.5 is really good. But we normally don't put anything. We let Perplexity do their own research. Okay, so that makes the research. Then we go to the LinkedIn post, which is where the magic happens, right? So this is like the assistant. You need to choose message and assistant when you have it. And again, that's what we do. Like, and the thing is, as you can see, guys, the message is really, really short because the assistant have all the instructions. So I don't need to give instructions here. I don't need to give any examples because the assistant already have it, right? So we just put create a LinkedIn post about the content below, follow the instructions and formats I gave you in advance. Here is the content. And basically what we have it, you need to go to the Perplexity, click choices, message, and content, because this is the research that Perplexity AI made. Okay, so after you choose this one, then you choose the assistant, which will be the one you make. Okay, so how do you make it? Let's go there and make it. Basically what you need to do, you need to go to, I'll go here, OpenAI. Again, go to OpenAI. You need to have like an OpenAI account as well. If you don't have it, feel free to research on YouTube or ask us on the community. But then you are on OpenAI. You click on assistants here on the left, and as you can see, you have some assistants here, and then you click create. Okay, so you click create. You give a name, so put LinkedIn generator, because this name will be the name that appears on make.com. So put the name. I will not put it because I already have it here, LinkedIn post agent. And then instructions, really simple. You come here, you change this industry. Don't forget to change our industry, and you go, let's go all the way down. Okay, I will not, basically I can go all the way down. Okay, let's go. Okay, and then you copy and paste right in there. Okay, copy and paste, boom, that's it. You can even click on these 2 arrows to see everything, and that's all the information. Okay, all the examples, everything that you need. Okay, you can even play a little bit around and put some spaces in here if you want, like this. If you want, it's not mandatory. You will read the instruction, right? Then you go back and you can use ChatGPT Turbo. That's fine. You don't need any files because you can put examples now with PDFs and put a PDF here, but we already gave all the examples here, so we don't need it. We found that when we add everything on the instructions is better than adding a file. Sometimes ChatGPT doesn't read the file or reads the file badly. I know that they improved a lot. It just came out a new version of the API, so I think it's way, way better now, but we still prefer to put everything in here. So just copy paste the document, put it here, give it a name, And the temperature can be 1. Again, it's the same thing as a Perplexity. The closer it is to 2, the more creative it is. The closer it is to 0, the more restrict it is. Okay, so let's take 1. Doesn't matter. Just copy it to everything, and it will be automatically saved. Okay. I will now just I will just delete it because I already have 1, so I'll just delete this one. But basically, this is ours, is the same information. Here is the same GPT. We put files, but there is no files here. We can just even close this. But again, 1, everything is fine, and the name is here. So when you come here, you just have to choose. It will appear all of the agents that we have. We choose the one that you just made. Okay, so just made it, and then you don't have to touch anything. Okay, because the instructions are already there. This just overwrites the instruction of the assistant. So just choose the assistant, you put LinkedIn, and that's it. Okay, and again, guys, please know that this is what I'm doing above is the same as below. Okay, the only things that change is the outputs. So on the top, you always need to choose. For here you need to choose this one, here you need to choose this one, but they are not cross. So for example, if I go down and I want to with the message is the same agent. Okay, so use the same agent, same LinkedIn post agent is the same one that you made because the instructions are the same. The only difference is that this one, it says 9 because it's 9 here. You can even double check if this is correct because you have to have the name or the number of the previous module. So 9, that one was 2 was correct. But if you open up again, you just have to go to choices, message, and then content. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so we have the assistant, and I will run everything for you to check it. Don't worry. But basically, let me just remove this from here. Then we have the title. Basically, what we put is a simple completion step. We choose ChatGPT 4. You can even choose ChatGPT 3.5 if you don't want to pay too much. And you just have one stuff, which is the user, and just says create a title based on the post below. Only the title, nothing else, just the title. No yapping is just something that we learned that if you put no yapping, ChatGPT seems to be like more restrict on what it does. It doesn't fool around. And we put don't add the quotes in the beginning or at the end. Sometimes it will happen. I will show you an example on the spreadsheet, but just copy paste like this. And then here is the post is basically the result. As you can see here, already shows the result that we made on with the assistant. You click result and it will create. You can put 300 tokens, it's fine, it's plenty. And that's pretty much it. You create a title, okay? Then we have this little step. You don't have to, you can even click on the right on your mouse and click delete module if you don't want it. But basically what happens is this tool, you can write any name here. You can write 1, 2, 3 if you want. Doesn't matter the name. The only thing that matters is this variable that you need to write. So just write replace, then you choose result, and then basically what you're saying is that I want to change the quotes for empty, so nothing. Okay, so it removes the quote. If this is too much and you don't use the title because on LinkedIn you don't use it too much, if you think this is a step too much, just click on the right side and click delete it. You don't need it. Okay, this is more for people that really want to have the title with like no quotes if for something happen. So basically I'll put some so you can copy. Just pause the video here and you just need to write replace, choose the result of the title, then put a quote, and then write empty string. That's pretty much it. Okay, that's the formula that you need to do. Okay, let's put okay. Again, you don't need this step. And the last one is to generate an image. So basically really simple. We just choose Daily Ali 3 and the action is generate an image. Create an image based on the title below. Don't add any text on the image, mandatory. You can remove this part, but we don't like text. And even if when you put this, sometimes ChatGPT put a text on it. So just put this and you put the title, right? So based on the title, boom, this one. And then you can choose the size. Again, we like the square ones on LinkedIn. You can choose these more like rectangle, like it depends. Just feel free to choose the size we want. We like to give it a size here. Sometimes you can write the size here, like create me a rectangle image or create me a square image. To be honest, I prefer this size. It works way better. It's more kind of restrict. So we use this one for LinkedIn in this case. But again, you can be more rectangle. You can even just click here on empty and we will not have a size in consideration. And then here you can leave whatever you want in here and you can put URL format. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of the format we want. Okay, again, you do both for both steps. And last one but not least, Google Sheet. Okay, so basically what you do is like you will have add a row. That's the action that you need. It's there. Then you choose the path. So you will probably have like here that says choose a folder. So you click, you choose a folder where basically you need to say where the spreadsheet is on. So you click the folder that there is a spreadsheet, and then it will appear all the spreadsheet that you have. Hopefully you just have one, because you can just create one folder for testing, and you click and you choose basically the spreadsheet. So this is like just drag and drops. If you click here, okay, I'll kind of click again, but just for you to know it, as you can see, appears all the folders. You click it, then you click the spreadsheet. Okay, then you can click and choose the tab name. Again, this is important because you can have all the content, all the social platforms in one spreadsheet. You don't have to have a spreadsheet for each one. And I just choose LinkedIn. So I click LinkedIn. That's it. He will know that is the tab from LinkedIn. Okay, then you say yes on headers, because we have headers like the title, blah, 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 so on. And then it just appears the values exactly as the spreadsheet that I will give to you. Okay, then you just have to populate the spreadsheet with all the data. So first one is the source. The source, it can be just the response that you have. It will appear like a URL or the name like SEO, which is a topic. So you just have to go here. For example, if I want a topic, which is the top row here, okay, just go to text answer, choose the value, SEO. So that's the source, SEO. Title, again, I chose this one because it's without the quotes, but if you don't have this step, you just need to choose this one, which is the result of the title. Okay, then content is the result of the LinkedIn post, which is this one here, result. And then you have the image, which is the alias. The image, just be careful. You need to choose data and URL, okay? Because we need the URL then to get the file of the image. So it's this one here, URL. And then you just have to write created, which is the status that we have here. So if you go to the spreadsheet, we have 3 status: created, approved, and published. You need to write, but if you write created, it will appear like this, okay? So just write created, and you don't have to do anything else. And boom, that's it. The automation is done. Okay. After this, you need to test it. So let's test it out. Again, there is a couple of things you need to be in consideration. First of them, again, is the quotes. But again, you can even have the quotes here because you can delete it on the spreadsheet. Again, the step 2 that actually publish on LinkedIn, it will publish the content that is in here. So you can edit everything. You can edit the title, you can edit the content, you can even edit the image if you don't like the image. Okay. So really important. One thing that is really, really, really important, guys. I will send you the example spreadsheet. It will be like this. Okay. You need, before you launch and you test anything on the make, you need to have a test. You just write test here. Okay. Test, 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 and you choose one, choose like created. Okay. Why is this? Because if you don't have any row as an example, when it creates the first row, it will mimic the same style of the title. So everything will be bold, everything will be yellow. So you need to have just create this test, 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 test. So when it creates the correct one, it will know that is like white background, is not bold, and the status are like this. Okay, so this is just a quick tip. So you can even click here like this if it's like everything, and you just go to format and clear formatting. So you can do that if you see that is the same as the titles. But if you do like this before you run the automation, it will be great. Okay, so that's it. Let's test it out. Again, I have already like 3 examples here. We can even, I'll show you then the approval and so on, but let's put it here. Let's go. And again, I have a new one that I put it there. Again, the URL is the same that I use on the example, but okay, we have everything here. Let's run it one time. So let's click here, choose where to start, because I have more examples. You can click all, but let me choose manually again, because I want to choose the form that I made. I want this one because I want the last one with the CEO and the blog post from Zapier. Okay, and let's run everything. Okay, and I will show you. Again, it will start running. Again, can take some couple of minutes because we have both. Like the idea here, to be honest, guys, is just to have one of them. Like, oh, I saw a really great blog post. I want to make a LinkedIn about it. Boom, you go to the form that is always open on your tab. Just put the URL form. Boom, you click send. That's it, and you'll create a LinkedIn for you. You have like a topic in your head that you want to write about. Just put the topic there. You don't put the URL, so you just create one. Okay. But again, any questions, feel free to send us, guys, on the community. We have a lot of videos like this. And again, this is kind of the full process that we use for all the social media. We will have all the videos here on the community as well. You know, for Instagram, Twitter threads, Facebook posts is exactly the same kind of process. The only thing that changed, which kind of the sauce, beside, I'll say, like, the backstage of it is just the agent. So the assistant you make on ChatGPT, that's kind of the key, right? Because you give super specific instructions on the type of post you want to make. The examples that you give are like from viral posts. So that's kind of like the good thing about the AI agents, right? Like they don't just create LinkedIn out of the blue. They can create, but it can be really messy and the output is not really good, right? So if you give an agent, again, we'll give you everything for you. You don't have to create anything. It just creates really, really good, amazing LinkedIn posts. Okay, so now I already created the topic is recreating just a URL. Here, we'll just wait a little bit. Again, I'll show you right in here. Again, guys, as you guys can see, I already have the LinkedIn, the CEO. So the topic is already made here. I'll show you in a second. Let's wait for the other one. And again, guys, feel free to recap this video. Again, it's a little bit longer video, but it's really, I want to explain as much detail as possible. And again, if you don't know how to navigate on Make, please feel free to check other videos. Feel free to ask us because we can help you on that. So I already made the two. Let's go and check it. Boom. As you guys can see, I have the CEO topic. I have the Zapier blog post that I write, that I send on the form. And here it is. As you can see, guys, it was the little thing about the quotes is really good. Comprehensive guide to master. Again, we kind of don't need it on LinkedIn, but it's really nice, guys. If you have like 100 posts, you can see everything in here. You can even, filter by titles and so on, what you wrote before. But the most important thing is kind of I'll say the content, guys. Look at this. This is really good, right? This is based on viral posts and master that. This kind of a strategic guide. Again, please take in consideration that I just put SEO, right? I didn't say anything specific like analyzing like SEO optimization page or something. Like the more specific you are, the better the LinkedIn post will be. But this is really, really cool. Like follow for more, has the hashtags. It has a lot of like little emojis. This is based on a viral post. Okay, so this is really, really good content. And again, let's check the other one, which is based on an URL. And as you guys can see here, for example, in this case, is one of the examples that we have, which is we have a newsletter. And this is a really good call to action. Tag me on your AI questions, asking people to engage. So basically, as I said, it goes to all the examples that we have and see the one that's probably the best and put it there. So as you guys can see, two amazing pieces of content based on different stuff, topic or URL. And then before you click approve, as you guys can see, I will change this one because it was just an example I was creating. So imagine that you have all of these and you want to launch maybe this one of the SEO because it's really good. The only thing that you need to do is change this to approved and we will start the second automation, the part 2, okay? Again, you can edit. So for example, if I don't like these, I can delete these two. For example, I just want to have one hashtag. For example, these are the hashtags, but if you want to change anything like a word, you can change it, right? So I just made some edits. That is fine. So let's you can actually even see. Let's check here really quickly the image. Oh, that's a really cool image, right? Really cool image for. It has some words here that we asked not to, but it's just like a really good image as well. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have the image. And we have everything laid down. So let's go to part number 2, which is make it, when you change this to approved, like for example, I like this one already edited, so let's put this one approved. Okay, so basically what happened now is that you'll have the JSON as well for this scenario. So you can create a new scenario on Make, click here, import this second scenario that we have in there. So basically this is a smaller one because the main one you already made. So basically what happened is it will watch for approved status on the Google Sheet. Then it will get the file of the image because we need the image as well. It will publish on LinkedIn and then we will change to publish. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, so I will go one by one. Then you need to open up your account on Google Sheet. You will choose again the same spreadsheet with the same spreadsheet name. There has headers, and then the only thing that you need to do is like a filter. So you go here, you open, this is like the columns. So you just choose the status and you click equals to approved because it has to be approved. You don't want to put all the content that you already made, right? So you click approve. You can put a shading, basically start from the bottom all the way up. And here is a really cool thing that you have to in consideration. We just put a maximum number of 1. So basically what we want is just to publish 1 at a time. But these always depend. Again, guys, right now we have to create automatically the LinkedIn post. So we always recommend to have just 1, because if you put 2 and I approve 2, it will put automatically 2 in a row on LinkedIn, like right from the bat, like one after the other one. And that doesn't make sense at all. Okay. So just put 1. Even if you need to wait a little bit, it will run on the next time it will search for the approved, because this one will change to publish. So if you have like 2 rows in approved, it will have 1, it will publish on LinkedIn, and then the other one, depending on the interval that you have here, 15 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you want, it will find the other approved and change it. Okay, so it's always better, please put 1 here, okay, because you want 1 LinkedIn post at a time. Okay, so that's it. It will start looking for approved content. Then you click on HTTP file. Basically is this one here, if you don't find it, but it will be there on the JSON, because it will send to you this HTTP, get a file, you click it, and basically just the image. So you go here, you basically just the URL of the image, you click here D, okay, it will get the image for you, and then just the LinkedIn. So you connect your LinkedIn account, automatically we will search for the file, because it's creating a user image post. That's the action you need to write, to choose in this case, create a user image post. Automatically will fetch the file, okay. Then the title, you can give the title. Sometimes we'll put it there on LinkedIn, sometimes not. Title is the B one. Then the most important thing is the content. So you put the content, which is the column C. Okay. Then it's public, main feed, of course. That's the thing. You can just keep everything as it is. You don't have to touch it. You just have to put the content, the title, and the HTTP file will get it. Okay. Then the last step is to go and update a row. That's the action, update a row. It goes the same spreadsheet, same tab, LinkedIn. It looks, the only thing that you need to put is the row number. So if you click here, the row number is this one here, is 4. So it knows which row to change from approved to publish, right? Because that is really super important. So row number, okay, you just choose the row number here. It contains the header. And then what you need to do is like, what is the value you want to change? Is the status. You just write published here. Okay, so just write published. Like, you need to just double check if it's published. So it have to be the exact same name. So publish, that's correct. Okay, so you click publish, and that's it, guys. It will change for you. Okay, then you can have other stuff in here, like a Slack message, email message, just to notify that was published. But for now, we don't need it, because you can go to LinkedIn and see it. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let's see if we have one approved. So we have this one approved. Let's see if it runs here. Let me check it here, and then let's run it once. Let's see if it runs. Gets the file. Now it's putting on LinkedIn. And let's see if it also updates the row. Boom, guys. Here it is. Already updated to publish. And let's go to LinkedIn and see if they put it there. Let's put it here. And that's it, guys. Here it is. Boom. The LinkedIn post with the image, with everything. Really, really well written. I can even put it here, but I don't do SEO, so I have to delete this post, right? But if it was from AI, I would probably keep this one, but this is just for examples only. But as you guys can see, pretty good, guys, with all the structure. Everything is fine. So that's it, guys. So, step 1, create the content. Step 2, publish the content on LinkedIn, and just change everything to publish. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. Again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to send it. This was kind of a big video, but again, it's kind of detailed and explained, so we wanted to make the best videos for you guys. But yeah, you'll have all the resources here. Again, you'll have all the 2 JSON files that you can create. This one, you don't have to create anything from scratch. You'll have there. You just need to change for your content. You will have the GPT agent here, right? So GPT agent. You'll have the form, but you can create a form from Google Forms. I'll send you the link so you can see which, basically just the 2 questions, topic and URL source. And yeah, you need just a Perplexity AI account. We can put even like $1 there or $5. It's really cheap, and you need an OpenAI account as well. Okay, but yeah, that's creates really, really amazing content, as you guys can see there on LinkedIn. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to put any comments on the bottom. put it here on the community if you have any questions. But we will make more videos like this. And yeah, just wait for another social medias that we will have, which is kind of the same process, but it changed the agents, it changed a little bit, the dynamics of the automation. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys can now crash on LinkedIn to make even more content like this one with really good image, really good content based on viral posts. And I'll see you on the next video.